Good morning. I'm so happy to be here to share my experience with the session of somatic breathwork that I just had. Um, it was facilitated by Ashley Taylor, and first coming in, I definitely have felt like I'm storing some unprocessed emotions, especially dealing with teenagers, and there's a lot of things that are left unsaid, I feel, and that there's just never enough time to really work through the things that comes up, if that makes sense. And so there was a lot of that. I feel like my mind was a little bit noisy. It's has this tendency to jump to conclusion or assume things, right? Um, Especially when you can't find the time to really bring things up and talk things over. And so I've been noticing that. I've been noticing my body holding on to tension. Um, and so when I see Ashley offering this somatic breath work, I've heard a little bit about it. And the more I look into it, the more intrigued and curious I got. And so during our session together, what I've discovered is that like the breath is so powerful. It can tap into our unconscious tension, like unconscious, I guess, feelings or emotions that sometimes we don't even have the words for it, but it stores in our soma, in our body. And using the breath, we can definitely tap into that deep level of what is really causing our worries and the tensions that is coming up. And I remember just feeling this. It was very intense. Like the first half of it was all about tapping into our sympathetic system, and I was just in awe of how intense it can get, and it was just all using our breath. But what shifts after our session was this feeling of like a peace of mind, of knowing like everything's gonna work out, especially after our second half of the sessions. I feel so safe and so held, and her soothing voice and her reassuring voice really let me know like, okay, I've got this. I'm in control of my body. I can use my breath to release this tension, this tightness in my body that I have tapped into, that has been stored, and I didn't even know that I didn't even know I have, right? And so afterwards, I definitely feel more grounded. Even my husband felt the shift in my energy. He said seems like I'm more playful. Yeah, I was not as I guess in my head, if you can say that. And so after the session, it's been 3 days now, and I feel like the relationship with my body has changed. Like I feel more grounded, I feel more at ease, I feel like my mind is clearer. I feel like my perspective has shifted too, in terms of the situation at hand, right? And yeah, like I was able to let it go, like not have so much expectations of how things should look and feel like when it comes to the situation with my teenagers. And so if you have been curious about what somatic breathwork is, if you're really wanting to really check it out, I know Ashley hosts monthly sessions, and she can definitely help guide you through it. And I think that it's definitely worth a try, because I've gotten a lot out of it, and I know you will too.